You probably don't even realize that you're making these 5 big mistakes on Instagram. So stay tuned and make sure that you watch the entire video, because the last mistake that I'm sharing with you is a huge one. And this week we're talking about the 5 biggest mistakes that you're making on Instagram. In this channel, every Thursday, I bring you videos to help you level up your business, create your personal brand by mastering your mindset, making your mark, and marketing on social media. So let's get started and talk about these 5 big, huge, mega, enormous mistakes that you're making right now on Instagram. We're gonna start with number 5, and it is not planning your feed. I'm sure you've heard this one over and over again about how you need to really get your feed down right, because people may like something that you posted, a story, a caption, something that really attracted them, your Instagram bio. To create the perfect Instagram bio, make sure that you're checking out this video right here so that you can create the perfect Instagram bio that converts. But once they land on your bio and they land on your profile, what's next? They start snooping around in your stories, your feed, your all that stuff. So your feed is not eye-popping and slaying from the get-go. People are just gonna jump off and say, well, I don't wanna follow this person because their content is not very well curated. And that's the number one problem right now with the feed, is that you're not planning the feed so that you can have a highly curated feed that converts. So I know that many people don't have a budget for photographers and you have to shoot your own stuff. But think about it. Start pre-planning, start thinking ahead of time of what those posts that you want to post, and try playing with your camera phone. You can create the post that you're looking forward to seeing on an Instagram feed. So pre-plan it. And again, post your feed ahead of time using Planoly or using or another platform that allows you to play with the images for your posts so that you have a very well curated feed. And finally, the reason why you need to plan your feed is because you can't just throw up any old post for the sake of posting. And the number one reason for that is that you want to make sure that your messaging is on point. Stop posting just for the sake of posting and post specifically and plan it ahead, because if you don't, your audience is going to have difficulty understanding your messaging. The number 4 biggest mistake that you're making on Instagram right now is not using a hashtag strategy. There's a lot of posts out there that I snoop around, especially here locally in Houston, of Instagrammers or social media experts that have taken over certain accounts. And so the other day I was looking at a person I was looking at a restaurant's IG feed, and in their post they had words like restaurant, Spanish restaurant, Mexican restaurant. Well, those are huge. And not only that, but they're not specific, they're not niched down. So one of the things that I want to remind you is stop using overly saturated hashtags like outfit of the day or photo of the day. These types of hashtags have an increasingly amount of millions and millions of posts that are being indexed to these hashtags. That means that your post is never going to get seen, it's never going to get discovered, it's just going to get buried. Second, stop using hashtags that are not related to your post. Like, stop using hashtags where I post a picture and I put long hair don't care, but in my caption I'm talking all about Instagram strategies. It has nothing to do with my post. It has nothing to do with the caption. It has nothing to do with the audience that I want to convert into followers and the followers that I wanted to convert into my tribe. So make sure that your hashtags are very related to your post. And last but not least, in the hashtag strategy, make sure that you are searching specifically for niche and specific and related hashtags. I mean, get down and tight on your hashtags so that you're choosing hashtags that are super hyper related to your post, your caption, and who you are in your business and your Instagram profile. All right, the third biggest mistake that you're making right now, and I know that you are making it, and some of you are very guilty of it. For the half of you that are not doing it, I applaud you. For the other half that is doing it, you need to stop right now. And let me tell you why. This past week, Instagram started shutting down accounts left and right. They started blocking people, banning people, going nuts. Why? Because they're buying their followers and they're buying likes. Yes, you heard it. I'm sure you got a message, and if you didn't get a message, then you're on the safe side. You're on the other 50% that is actually doing it right. So Instagram is doing away with any automation and specifically bots. Like, they are getting rid of buying followers and buying likes. First of all, why would you want to do it? Because people can tell when you have 10,000 followers and not a dang like and no comments. None. Yeah, birds chirping, right? So you don't want to do that. You want to have 1,000 followers, but have 30, 40, 50 people commenting like crazy on your posts. That's a better engagement rate. It shows that your people are actually interested in the posts and the comments and the captions that you are pumping out on Instagram. Stop automating your Instagram. Also, if you have seen people posting comments such as cool, nice, good post, or just plain old emojis, these are all generic comments and they're automated. Anytime I see these type of comments, I immediately reply, did you know that the Instagram algorithm only detects 4 words or more as actual engagement? If you start dropping emojis, it doesn't count and it actually tags it as spam. I usually reply with a comment like that, and I can tell which one of those comments is an automated bot and which one was a true engaged follower or commenter. When the commenter replies back and they're like, oh my goodness, I didn't know, I'm gonna stop doing this now, or I had no idea that the Instagram algorithm did that, that's when I know when someone genuinely started dropping emojis. But when I get no reaction or no reply from my comment, that's when I know that that person was using a bot to try to increase engagement. Okay, last but not least, I am now gonna get really hyper focused and tell you about the number one biggest mistake that you're making on Instagram. This one is huge. This one has been going around for a long time and you are probably doing it. Almost everyone on Instagram is pretty guilty of doing this specific tactic, and it's a huge mistake that is killing your engagement and killing your growth on Instagram. And here it is, guys. You ready? You need to stop using follow trains, direct messaging groups, engagement groups, Telegram groups, and even chat groups on WhatsApp. Yes, I've said it. You have to stop doing that. Let me go over this really quickly. Follow trains is you get someone to post a post, or you get someone to say, hey, let's start a follow train. Drop your link to your Instagram profile and follow everyone on this post for the next hour. And in an hour, everyone starts following everyone that dropped their Instagram profile in the comments. Here's the problem. You start to follow accounts that are not in your niche. You also start following accounts that are really like just getting started or have no valuable content. And so you kind of confuse the algorithm and it's like, why is she following her all this junk? Also, it gets kind of tagged as spam. And you don't want to appear spammy to the algorithm because then it won't favor you. So you also don't want to drop the link to your latest post. I just posted right now on Instagram and I did nothing. Seriously, I did nothing. I didn't send my post to a DM group or forwarded it to a DM group, and I didn't send it to an engagement group. And the reason why is because those same people that are in that specific group are the only ones that are going to start to comment on my posts over and over and over again. So the algorithm's going to say, well, they're coming from that direct link and she's trying to cheat the system, so no one else is going to see my post. It will not be unlocked organically. And what I want is the algorithm to unlock my post organically. And how do you do that? It's definitely through engagement. You can actually text someone and say, hey, I just posted. Would you go in there and check for that new post that I just posted? But don't send them a link. And the reason why I say don't send them a link is because Instagram has a tracker on your links. Yes, every link that you produce from Instagram is being tracked by the algorithm. So if I were to take my link of this post and share it to a Telegram engagement group, guess what's gonna happen? Instagram is gonna ban it and close it out and say, nope, she's part of these Telegram engagement groups. Even if I put that same link in a WhatsApp text or in a group text, just regular iMessage group text, Instagram will track it completely. So you want to stop using engagement groups, Telegram groups, follow trains. They just don't work. And if you're really trying to grow your account organically, this is just not the way, okay? The way to do it is definitely by engaging, commenting, following people, and getting that true human-to-human connection. And I've mentioned this in my Instagram videos before. Make sure that you check out the Instagram for Business playlist because it gives you all the information on what I just talked about regarding how to grow engagement and grow your following on Instagram. Also, make sure that you comment below and let me know, did you know that Instagram tracks your links? I know, pretty crazy. A lot of people that I talked to had no clue that Instagram tracks your links and can actually ban or close out your post from being viewed organically. So you don't want to do that. You want to stop that so that Instagram organically exposes your post to more people. All right, mi gente, como siempre, you know, as I said before, make sure to comment and let me know if you knew about this crazy secret, and make sure to like and subscribe so that you can get weekly videos that help you build your personal brand by mastering your mindset, making your mark, and marketing on social media. Como siempre, nos vemos la próxima semana.